making jalapeno poppers. These are a fan favorite every time we have a barbecue. I'd like to thank our friends Corey and Cassandra for introducing us to them. They're super simple to make. I'm going to show you step-by-step ingredients and how I put them together so you can make them at home yourself. First things first, gloves are a good idea. When you're dealing with jalapenos, we're going to be removing the seeds, and it's better if you don't get this on your hands. So again, you're going to need jalapenos. We've got a few in here. We're just going to do a few today. We've got shredded cheese, which is going to get mixed in with cream cheese. We're using herb and garlic cream cheese for the mixture to go in the middle. You're going to need a package of bacon. What we like to do is cut the bacon in half. It helps for wrapping so you're not over wrapping and making a big mess. And then of course at the end here when we wrap the bacon, it's always good to use toothpicks. Toothpicks help to keep the bacon intact on the popper so they don't unravel while you're cooking them. Okay, so first things first, we're going to move this stuff aside. And we're going to cut these. So there's two ways of doing this. You can cut the end off and core it out and stuff everything in the with the entire pepper intact. Or what we like to do is run your knife along the top, cutting it in half, like so. This exposes the pepper and you get two out of it. You just want to cut the center section out and put it into a bowl. That in turn will also get the seeds out. Now it's up to you. If you want to leave the seeds in, by all means, but they're not fun to eat when they're full of seeds. The only downside with this is that it's time consuming. So if you are going to do them, you really have to set aside the time, because the prep time is really going to take the most out of this whole recipe here. And when you're putting together the mixture for the center, the best thing to do is to take your cheese and your cream cheese out of the fridge, or at least the cream cheese. Make sure it's has some time to thaw a little bit so it's easier to manipulate, because you're going to want to mix it together and you don't want it to be overly hard. Sometimes it's good to make the filling, the cheese filling, the night before. Mix it in a bowl, leave it in the fridge overnight. That way that step is done and taken care of for you, so that when it comes time to do this, you're halfway there. We're also going to need something to mix the filling together. Move this over here. Okay, so we've got our cream cheese. Empty that into the bowl. Open up the shredded cheese. Some of that in. And we're just going to mix it around. You can see why you really want this to be somewhat soft when you're doing it. I tend to load them up and put the bacon all at the same time. So to alleviate this, we're just going to take some of these sticks out. It should be good. So once again, with your sharp knife, you're going to cut open the bacon. As I said before, we like to do this with the bacon in half. You don't have to, depending on the size of your jalapenos. You may need to. It's always good to, less is more in this situation. You don't want them to overlap and then the bacon doesn't cook very well. So all we do is take some, pick up a popper, Get some cheese in your fingers and fill it in, just like that. Try not to overdo it, it'll start oozing out the sides. That'll be a bit of a waste. Take one of your halves of bacon, roll it around. Like I said, some of the bigger ones you may need 2 for. Just like that. I'm going to take a stick. I tend to go diagonally right through, top to bottom. That way you're getting 2 points of contact. There we go, just like that. And then set them in the bowl. Don't overestimate the little ones. They still work. They still are good. And with the filling, if you have leftovers, like I'm not doing very many this time, if you do have leftovers of the filling, you can always use that to stuff inside chicken breasts, or it goes great with everything. There we go. All right, let's get these out on the grill. Okay, we got our Pit Boss grill up to temperature, 300 degrees. I'm going to get these on. No real science to this, just throw them on. They're going to cook, they're going to smoke. Smoke's going to give them some great flavor. The nice hickory pellets that we're using. We're using Pit Boss hickory pellets today. It's going to be delicious. Should be, cooking time should be about an hour. We'll check on them in an hour. You want to wait until the bacon is cooked on the outside. That's how you know they're ready. And you can pull them off then. There we go. Leave the lid closed. Wait for an hour. Okay, so it's been an hour since we put these on the grill. Let's check them out. Perfect. Bacon's nice and crispy. Perfectly done. Now just be careful, you're going to want to let these sit for a minute before you start diving right in, because this cheese filling is going to be like molten lava in your mouth. Oh, absolutely delicious. You too can make these at home, all by yourself. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Share them with your friends and let me know what you'd like to see next.